I know there's nobody there, but I just wanted to get this off my chest because it's just something I saw last night. I'm not going to say who it was because each to their own, and that doesn't really matter. But I watched something last night and someone was on it talking to somebody else on their channel. And this person I've actually met at a convention thing once I was at a few years ago. Like I said, I don't need to mention names or anything like that because it's not about that. And this person is very well known and is good at certain things to do with, let's say, what sort of shape we live on or whatever, which, okay. And when me and Roxanne, the Globalist, and I, if anyone knows who she is, we used to talk about the number 17 quite a lot. And some of these people who were sort of in our vicinity didn't really believe in it. But the person who was talking last night has been talking about it in recent times. Hi, Nick. I just need to get this out. Recent times, because this is just my opinion on it, was into 17 at the beginning of this year. But what I say is, and I know this title is entitled, what it's meant to be entitled is, Lost Faith in the Plan. Well, the plan is God's plan. And I'm going to explain that again in a minute. I don't know if this person, I don't believe this person was into number 17 in the plan from the beginning of, say, 2017, which I was and I've always been on and I've always had the faith in it till present day. Doesn't mean I have to be talking about it in depth as I used to, but I still have faith in it because I know that plan to me is God's plan too, meaning when God has a plan, source, universe, whatever you call it, it works through people. It's not some being like coming down from a cloud going, whoa. It works through us to bring something out. Hi, Robert. And it works through people to put a divine plan together for the people, power back to the people. That's the way I see it. It's got to work through the people. That's how it works down here. So, in many different forms. So to me, this person said, oh, well, I've sort of left it behind now because I don't really see things, like when Mr. T didn't get in January. Well, these people can't have been on the number 17 properly because we all knew it was going to go two ways. It was either going to go, he did get in, but we all know really looking back at it now, that's not the best plan to put out. Even though we were talking about it was good because it fills the opposition because we are in a war, spiritual war. But it wouldn't have been no good because they would have still gone after him. It had to be done the way it's been done to show the people and the military were in. Then it goes to this person said, oh yeah, and I'm sick of people saying, trust the plan, sit back, you're watching a movie. Well, we are watching a movie because we all know Biden, a lot of people aren't even them. It is a movie being played out for the sleeping. I wouldn't really say it's something being played out for us because if you did that much research on the number 17, you will see the codes, you'll know what's going on. Future proofs the past. You look back, go back and look at them now. People just get lazy and lots of things have happened. And he said as well, I'm just going to say who it was actually. It's not throwing this person under the bus. I like this person. It was Mark Devlin on the Alpha Sonny show. And I like him, but I think there's some people that got into it because they think they're not seeing something. They think it's not happening, which is what's been happening with a lot of people, especially when people put dates out. But as Paul Boy said the other day, a bit of disinformation did go out, and we all know that we get things mixed up, which is good because then the dark side doesn't see. Did they just get on because it was a big movement and they wanted to be part of it? Because now they're like, well, I don't know, I hope it is true, but I don't see all the things that are coming out, like Mr. T didn't win in January, he wasn't supposed to. Again, what do you mean there's nothing happening? That's not enough digging then. You're not seeing who's being taken down, this, that and the other. That to me is losing faith in the plan. And then they're like, yeah, because we only follow God's plan. Well, part of God's plan, I believe, is actually 17. And if people do more digging, they find that the letter Q also means light. And it also stands for Quell in German, which stands for source. So, and it works through us. It will work through, God works through certain people, works through us all if we're listening. And we get guided, works through us. And there was a plan by source anyway, do you know what I mean, for the people who are waking up. So I just wanted to get off that off my chest because I'm sick of seeing people at the minute who are on it and then fall off it. where we go 1 week, well, we, it's not I, is it we. And I just think, I hope they do get back on it, but it's all that thing again, oh, we're not seeing this on a certain date. Oh, we're not like, oh, trust the plan. Yeah, trust the plan. I don't mean just that, but to me it is part of God's plan. There's more going on as well. Good morning, truthers. Remember, God wins. We have won. Yeah, we have won. Hi, Mark. We have won. But I see the movie being played out to the people who are asleep. It's to wake them up. That's how I see it. It is a movie being played out. Take your parts in whatever you're doing with that. But I just find it so annoying lately that people are turning their backs on it, and a lot of people did fall off because, oh, Mr. T didn't get in January. He wasn't meant to. I don't think he was ever going to, because it has to be played out the way it's played for the people to see what Mr. B was doing. They would have gone after him like they've gone after him. Power back to the people means also, there's lots of meanings for that. I think that's to do with Tesla as well. Lots of, free energy. But I'm talking about power back to the people. When he gets back in, which he will, I truly believe that, which he will, when he gets back in, he's voted in by the people, not computers and fake ballots and all that we all know about. That's the way it has to be done. Because if he'd have gotten in January, the way we thought, they would have said it was fake. They would have said it was, well, we all know it's fraud, because we all know everyone's going to see the light with that and the actual facts. And that's what Mark was saying. He said, oh, we've got no proofs and all that. There's loads of them out there if you actually bother looking. So that just riled me up a bit last night, as in, God, all these people who say they're into it and they've done the research and then they sort of back off a little bit because they're not sure. That says to me, like, well, did you ever believe in it full-heartedly anyway? Or was it just because it looked like a massive movement and you wanted to be part of it? Just wondering. Like I said, I do like Mark and the show he was on, but it just annoys me when people do that, I don't talk about a lot about it now because I don't need to. It's like I'm observing what's going on. I'm observing people talking about it as well, but then again, it's just my observations. But I just think, again, trust the plan, and people go, oh, and he even said fake hopium, which a lot of people have said, and a lot of people on the other side have said that. They were complete a-holes as well, by the way. Hi, Zal, I don't mean here, do I? I just hate when people say hopium. It's not hopium. It was a tool given to the people to show them personally, I believe, to help them to research and get off the lazy backsides and go look at something themselves. Yourself, not being told by anybody else. This is me on my ranty version today. And like I said, God's plan. Yes, it is part of God's plan. God works through you, me, and everybody if you're listening. He'll put people in different places, works through that person in the 3D, let's say, on this realm to get things moving. Yes, in the past, it's been brought down by that side because, they've been watching. But the plan's been in a very long time, since the 1940s, 50s or whatever. Probably even before, but every time, they have got us because we've been asleep. And the programming from, the TV, MSM, as we all know, keeps people asleep. The illusion, the Maya. So all these things are going on. It's not when's it happening, what time, what date. That's where people fall off. So the likes of, like I said, I'm just being truthful, sorry, Charlie Ward and people like that. I'm not saying they're bad, but when we put dates out, that's why I stopped it. I've put dates out before. And you think something doesn't happen on that day, people fall off. I see this whole Cupid, sorry about my nails, just been, arting. It's like an initiation. How many people have fell off because they didn't see something at a certain time? We're in a war. And sometimes things don't go to plan sometimes, but it's only mainly because, I would say, mainstream media aren't reporting on a lot. As we know, you have to go to other sources to find the information out. And that's what happens in a war. I have stayed truthful to the number 17 since 2017, and it's also brought me back to myself, so it's not a bad thing. But like I said, if you get caught down the rabbit holes and you don't come up, it can be a psyop that way, if you want to look at it that way. But I've got on and I'm doing other stuff, but it's still there because it's just a feeling. And the way we go one week, well, we're all, it's for all of us. It's we. It's not you or I as in, oh, it's only just for me. We in service. We're all going. We're all doing this together. We are not alone. All that sort of stuff. Oh yeah, I don't mean that Zalin whatever, and I'm not really interested about all that. In I don't mean it in a bad way because um, it is what it is. That was just me putting my thoughts out the other day, and like I've said before, or like he says, all will be seen in the end anyway. Who was who and what was what. At the end of the day, he's brought a lot of people on his channel. Do you know what I mean? I was on it too, um, but miracles waiting others. Yeah, so. But I do believe there's people out there that wanted to jump on the bandwagon because they saw it as a big movement. I see it like that as well. Um, you know, I don't talk as much on it because I'm watching it happen and I'm waiting for the right divine time to speak on some things again. I don't have to be shouting and screaming. No, the people who are in the right place that they're in to be doing what they're doing. And maybe that was their bit to do what they're doing. But I'm just saying, when I saw that video last night, it didn't sit well with me. Not him, not Mark. I like Mark and I like Alpha. It was just this whole thing of, I'm seeing a lot of people again. It's like goes through different spurts of saying, oh, well, you know, I'm sick of people saying, sit back and watch the movie. I'm sick of people saying, oh, what was it he said? Oh, there's one of the things that he said. Oh, this was it. People need to be seen and not told. That got up my nostrils because that's ridiculous. And nothing's being shown. Yes, it is. And it's about to, but it has if you actually look. And the people do need to be shown because I see it as you can't tell the people. We've been trying to tell the people for ages. People before me have been trying to tell the people for ages. People don't listen because they're too caught up in the mire. They need to be shown. So when we say it's a movie being played out, it is. I believe the elites are being paraded around at the minute for the sleeping to see, not for me to see. Mr. B's not Mr. B, if you get what I'm saying. So yes, the people do need to be seen. And then when they see it, and when a certain something happens, maybe in August, I'm not trying to put dates on it, then they will be told what the story is of how all this happened and why it all happened. And then I believe after that, then the other stuff's going to trickle in over, and there's 17 in chat, then the other stuff's going to trickle in like, where do we actually, what's this life all about? You know, what's the true origins? What's our true history? Because we all know that's been lied about. So that doesn't sit with me when people say that, and that's okay. It's because people aren't seeing things, but then it's a bit contradicting off Mark because he's not seeing it. Well, there is loads you can see, but there's more. The big boom's coming. That's gonna make people see. Sorry, that I just wanted to say that. That's how I believe it, and I'm saying again, that's not on that person, because I like him. I've met him before. He was a DJ at a thing that I was at, and I love Alpha as well. But I'm just saying, I'm seeing a lot of people fall off it. To me, if you're on something and you soul-heartedly saw the truth and you're seeing things, you're on it. Even if you don't talk about it that much anymore, it's here, ready for when the big booms come. And I've never fell off it. I've never wavered. I don't mean that in a big-headed way. I mean, I've never wavered because I'm seeing things all the time. I may not talk about it on here all the time, but I'm seeing, one of the biggest things, I'm seeing people waking up all the time. So if that's one of the things it's done, that's brilliant. I've unsubbed to many channels yet. Yeah, I only keep mine down to low, but I'm like I'm saying, I'll put it out there. I'm not saying this person's wrong or whatever. I'm just saying I'm seeing a lot of people swing back and go, oh, I'm not sure. As if, what, are you only on it because you wanted to be part of a movement that you thought was big? Just saying, it's just my thoughts this morning anyway. But apart from that, like I said again, for the people who've just come in, the 17 in chat, when I used to talk about 17 used to always come in chat, makes me laugh. No offence to anyone. Yeah, it's not an offence to anyone or saying that I'm slagging that person off. It's just saying it's what he said. I'm seeing a lot of people say that. And he did say as well, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And if I see, which is great. But there's just a lot of people falling off. You know, I've always said if I'm wrong in the end, I'll admit it. But I just don't feel that at the minute. The other thing I've seen this morning, which is great, where I'm having my coffee before I start, is I've seen a lot of dandelions at the front of my house, and I get them in my garden, and it just made me get that messaging of the weeds that they see us as. They always grow through the cracks, don't they? I observe flowers and things when I'm walking about, when I'm taking things to school, and they're coming up again, because no matter if you concrete over them, they will come back up. Because we're like, yeah, we will come back up. A dandelion has a big yellow flower, the sun. Also, a dandelion is very good for the heart, by the way. The roots and everything is good for your heart. So, we're going back to heart. And, weeds will come up anywhere. No wonder they're always telling us to get rid of the weeds. We're weeding them out. They try to weed us out, but they grow everywhere because they can't stop what's coming. Also, there's a place on the corner where I walked past and a guy popped out today, and he was just like, morning, but his face just looked really glowing and really happy. Like, I was looking at the sky this morning, flowers. There's a little place where someone's planted flowers where there wouldn't normally be flowers. There's a clock near me in a square, and they've planted new flowers there. And me observing it, I was just like, oh my God, that's so nice that they've been doing this and making this little bit of area beautiful. Seeing lots of changes. Also, they ain't like us. No, they're not. Also, I just wanted to put out there, if anyone's had this before I go, and I'm going to be coming back on after with a pre-recorded tarot reading for today, but pre-recorded just because I want people to sit back and relax, and I don't want to get distracted, because the other night, the ears keep popping. Yeah, I had a ringing the other day. The other night, we all know when you're in a lower frequency, that's when lower entities can attach energies, whatever you want to call it, beings. The other day, I was so tired and felt a bit grumpy because I was tired, and this is why I've got to try and get in a better sleep routine. And I had this weird feeling, I think I mentioned it the other day, about this energy, and I just sort of said in my head, look, lots of love sent out, God is with you, whatever them words that they don't like, and it disappeared. I felt it disappear. I woke up this morning and thought, oh my God, I think that was the dream. Well, dream. I woke up the other day with 2 marks on my body, on either side of my body, and they did look like fingerprints. Now this sounds weird, but the same on either side of my body, and I thought, where did them come from? I haven't walked into anything, and they wouldn't be sort of symmetrical or whatever, the same on either side. I woke up this morning and thought, oh my God, this weird feeling I had the other night. I turned over and went to sleep, but I wasn't asleep, I was just closing my eyes. And all of a sudden, I don't know if you remember ages ago, I had this thing come in where there's something came in with a veil over the face, and I had this funny energy of like, oh, what's that? And I sent it away with love. Well, it happened again, but it was like I turned round at a doorway of what I'm remembering, and this thing came towards me. It was pretty dark, and I can't remember what it looked like, but it was dark, energy meaning, and it came towards me to attack me. And I remember thinking, oh my God. And I thought it must have been that, because then I remember thinking, might send this thing away with, fight it off with a love energy, fight it off, like say, I stand in the light of God, I'm sending loads of love at you, whatever it is that I said in my head. And then the energy went, and then I woke up with marks on my actual body. So it is important to protect yourself and raise your vibrations, I'd say, because that was the other night when I was feeling very tired. When you know you're going to be a bit ratty in the morning because you're tired, and stuff. And that energy came in. If that makes sense to anybody, that's what happened. Yeah, what I'm doing with the readings is I'm not doing anybody's readings at the minute. I might do. I like doing it as a whole as energy readings for maybe what's coming up or this week, going into the weekend or something. Just the energies, because I felt that I saw that energy the other day. I'd like to do that. Yeah, they know we don't believe them, so yeah, I just put that together this morning. So I may come and do some little readings maybe this week or next week for people, but today I just want to have a sacred space, meaning it won't be a live chat, it'll just be me, so I'm not getting distracted. and I can tune in a bit more as well. Good morning, Kurt White, if you get what I'm saying. Because collectively, the energy is collectively going on, so it's for everybody anyway at the minute. But yeah, we can laugh, but I just wanted to express that last night because I'm seeing a lot of, like I said, I'm not getting at them people, not chucking them under the bus. I like them people, but I'm saying again, a lot of people falling off, and then they'll turn around and go, well, the only plan I believe in is the divine plan, God's plan. It is part of God's plan. To me, number 17 is parts of God's plan. God works through you, works through people, and it'll work through certain people who are tuned in. It works through people. But because more and more people are waking up, this is why it's working. Because more and more people are waking up. And they see. So yeah, to me, all that, they keep saying, people have got to be shown. People have got to be shown rather than told. Well, you can't be told at the minute because the indoctrination has been so strong, so you have to actually be shown first and then told what it was all about. You get shown, everyone's going to have a dark night of the soul who's not awake, then they're going to want to know why, and that's where you get told. Because as you know, you go and try and red pill someone out there, they don't listen. They don't listen. And even though, I've said it before, they're going to interrupt in the mainstream media, they're going to pull it down and they're going to play something live. I still do believe that. I don't know what time and what day it would stop working on linear. I do believe that they did it with Kennedy back in the day. When the world turns, they can do it again. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just like, yeah. Anyway, I believe it. It's not the whole of everything, but I do believe it's a part of God's plan. Q stands for, like I said, light. If you listen to, I think it was Roseanne Barr ages ago with the guy she was on, it means light. Also can stand for quell. Also stands for quantum. Quell, which means source. So, how would you put a plan together if God was working through you? What would you do? What would it look like? And people, again, of course it's took a long time. How entrenched are the people with the indoctrination, the programming? Come on, people. Yes, when I first got into it, I thought it was always the year after. Oh, this year, it's coming in 6 months. Little did I realise it's all happening now, which to me matches up with the Mayan calendar anyway. Not 20, a lot of people woke up in 2012. Switch it round, like Americans, you switch your dates round to us, 2021. And that's why I'm not in fear about it. I just think, oh my God, calm down, people. I'm observing. You're either having an experience or observing. So, and there's 22 was just in there, and number 9 with like the divine feminine. So I'm just saying, like I said, that's not getting at anybody. That's just saying, because I heard that out of Mark's mouth last night, I just thought, no, it doesn't sit with me. People need to stop. If you believe in something wholeheartedly, you don't just fall off because you didn't see something on that time and date. Because when you actually go back and look at a lot of stuff has happened. They've done very well. Because we all know that side has been very entrenched, and they've done very well as well to dumb people down, So I just wanted to put that out there because it's just what I was thinking about this morning, and I felt like speaking it, so I did. We've got things on our side helping us as well. We've got the angelics and all sorts going on. It's a crazy mad world we live in. It's a crazy ride. I do love them people as well, but I'm just saying, you can tell the nearer the times are getting to, you could say, just let's say big disclosure on the whole fraud thing that we all know about, and all that coming up to light, because that's when it'll ripple out, and then it's where the story starts again, is you can tell because people are wobbling. People are falling off again. What was said ages ago before we go? This information was needed. And it was put out ages ago, People fell off because they didn't see something they thought was going to happen. The best plan was for Mr. T not to get in January if you really think about it. Yeah, Donna soon. Exactly, Alistair. I just don't get what people don't get. I don't get what people don't. Yes, I know that it's interesting, but I just don't get what people don't get. Of look at the war, how you play. What was the book? Something of War, but Mr. T had the. I've got it actually. The book. Oh, I can't remember what it is. But anyway, I'm just thinking, what do people not get? You can't give. Paul Boy said the other day, as you can't give all the information out to everybody. And it's a good job some of us have got things wrong, because it makes it that it's harder for them to really read into what's going on. Like I said the other day, you ain't going to tell Hillary Clinton you're coming knocking at a door on a certain time and date. She won't be there. That's just an example. Just think, what? See the bigger picture. And she's getting, yeah, it will, Effie, all over the world. Shit's getting real here in New Zealand. They're coming after her. Yeah, they're coming after them everywhere. But this is what I mean about, you can tell something's heightening up to drop about something else, because it's getting to the point where they've got their last bits of ammo. We all know they're going to try something, or they're going to try. We all know they're going to put the heat up on people to get the, and everything like that, because they know this time's coming. They've known this time will always come. No, it can't stop it. But it also means the people have to rise and stand up and say no, no more. It's for the people to stand up. Power back to the people means you rise. We don't need the gov telling us this. It's for the people to rise up and say no, no more. Because a lot more people are waking up. I see that every day. I've been saying this for years. This is why I believe number 17 gave you the tools to learn how to research properly, instead of sitting there watching the news and reading a newspaper. So the people who do that, it's going to be a shock, because they haven't got off their asses to look at anything, even to just look at something someone was saying, to just see the other side. My mum said the other week, you need to watch the BBC so you get both sides. I was like, I need to watch the BBC. My mum doesn't watch any alternative anything about anything. I was like, I need to watch the BBC to see the both sides. I was like, but my mum cracks me up. People are definitely awakening, Dolly. Yeah, they are not coming after kids. It's all part of the plan to awaken. Yes, I believe that as well, Robert. I believe the white hats are in. And what looks like, really like they're coming after, is because they want the people to wake up. It's another form of helping the people to wake up. All this going on with Han down there, man, who's gone, who was filming that? To me, it's just showing the people going, how stupid are the people? I don't mean that awfully. I just mean, we're showing you this. And people are still going, oh, it's like, I mean, number 17 said ages ago, did they mean them, or did they mean the people who are not waking up? These people are stupid. It's like, you can have so much crap put in front of you. People just go, yeah, listen, yeah, but I'm still, I don't believe it. It's like, oh. Hi, 007. Yeah, it is progressing behind the scenes. I was just talking about Mark Devlin, as in, I do like him, but he said something about, he's not sure now about the plan and this, that, and the other. And I was just like, people need to stop falling off. It's part of God's plan. People say, oh, I haven't seen anything with this happening. Shitloads is happening behind the scenes. But this is just, like I said, that's just what sort of got up my nostrils last night. I just thought, no, the people who say nothing's happening, it's like, are you having a giraffe? Are you literally having a giraffe? What are you researching and what are you looking at? No, it was Mark Devlin. Like I said before, I'm not trying to throw him under the bus. I do like Mark Devlin. He's really good. But it was just that bit when he spoke about the whole 17 thing, because I don't believe he was in it. I'm not sure if he was onto it at the beginning. I don't know if I think on the show he said that he'd only come into it the year, which some people did, and that's why I believe the people who came into it at a later date, I think, are the ones who are falling off again, because they don't get how it works. I'm just saying that. If it all turns out to be the other way around, fair enough. Like I said, I'll come on and say whatever, but wasn't it a great ride we were on? But I don't see that. Yeah, there's loads of people double that have, and we knew from the the Great Gran Torino in Ireland years ago, you know, a few years back, they were reporting on all the people that had, and he's from Ireland, that were stepping down, CEOs, people who'd turned up dead, people who were getting fired. So when people say to me nothing's happening, it's like, okay. Well, that might be wise, Al, you know what I mean? Like it's sometimes people, I think, who suffer from certain things, if they don't see something happening on a certain date and a certain something, they fall off, if you get what I'm saying. And I've even had people around me, even my fella, going, oh, you said this was happening, you said that was happening. No, Mr. T was going to get back in. I went, patience is a virtue. Oh, patience is a virtue. Don't lose the faith, people. This is what this is supposed to be entitled. I know it's not at the minute. Don't lose the faith. It's hard. It's a hard slog. We're in a war. But I'd say we've won. We're winning. You know what I mean? There's a time when, you know, it's God's realm at the end of the day, so we are going to anyway. I'm taking my hair out slowly and I've got a bit done at the front. This is going to take a long time. I'm going to have patience with this. But I have learned a lot of patience in this game of life, especially over the last 4 to 5 years. I've learned to come through certain emotions, because you do, with the red pilling. And I'm just watching everyone sort of like split again or fall off something, or like people say about fake hopium. I don't like that word, because I think, you know, it was never fake for me. And I do have faith. I have faith in the divine, and I have faith that some of that divine plan is part of the number 17 quantum plan, because I've seen a lot of stuff, you know, and I know a lot of you have too. And I just think, to me, it's an initiation. It's an initiation. It's brought me so much in my life that I never thought I'd see. And I can let go of things as well, because this world isn't what we thought it was. And there's so many beautiful things out there we don't truly understand and we don't know really anything about, but we're going to be learning. And it's a funny old world. I have let go of 17 in the sense of not screaming about it as much as I used to, because I just have faith that that's coming. And it to me, it's a world awakener. Because I said the other day, through the trauma of the dark night of the soul for the people who are not awakening, we've still got far to go, and we're still having a lot of that, traumas and stuff. The best will come out of it, because through the trauma you grow. And he even said something about that growing. And I went, well, you do grow, and you either stay or it'll propel you. You know, I'd just say have faith, people. You know, have faith. Hi, Maggie. My sleep pattern's been up the wall. Yeah, well, I know about JCK, and I don't watch a lot of the videos, because I'm not being funny. I'm on YouTube as well, and we talk about, you know, we're all on the sort of same-ish page with things, and it's nothing I don't know, if you get what I'm saying. We're all doing our bit, but yes, of course, I've come across JCK because I was on the Mark Atwood show as well, but we're all doing it in different ways. But this is what I've been saying, through what I've been researching through, even some of the stuff they put out, it's nothing new under the sun. You know, this has been happening for a long time. I don't mean that in a thingy way, I just mean it's what I've also been talking about. And a lot of these people who came, I don't mean them, but a lot of these people who came up the other year, like a Mr. Ward, I was talking about that stuff 3 years ago, and I put all that stuff out about 3 years ago, about JFK Jr., Mr. T, number 17 and all that, so it's great. But I see it as more as, you talk about it, you have a bit of time, and then other people come on, even if they knew ages ago but they weren't on YouTube, they come on. It's like a ripple effect, and they get a load of people involved, and then they might go back into background a little bit, and then another load of people come in, and you let them do it. You let them do it, because different people affect different people and wake people up. That's why there's so many of us. It's not just meant to be a Mr. Ward or them or something. It's meant to be a range of people, loads of people, because people learn differently. But we can take a step back. That's why I'm not as shouty as I used to be with the number 17, because there's other people doing it. But when I go and look at their videos, it's nothing I don't know, because I researched all that anyway. Do you know what I mean? But it gives a chance for the other people, or maybe another mass of people that didn't know, because their channels have been reaching a lot of people because they have a lot of people collaborating with them on their channels, and they do a lot of it every day, so it gets out there more. I don't collaborate. I've collaborated with a few people, and I don't mind doing it, but I've come to the thing on my channel that I do quite like doing my own chat on my own channel, because I'm not getting swayed by anything or whatever, and I'm just putting my thoughts and feelings across. But that's how I see it. The bigger channels who have more people on will reach more people. That's why the channels are growing the way they are, because they have more people on. But it doesn't mean people with smaller channels don't have truth in them. Do you know what I mean? So it's all good. It's all good. Oh yeah, they probably are. And that's why I don't bother about people when they're going, oh, I think somebody's such and such thing. It's like, it'll all come out in the end, who was who and what was what. And what people were doing things for. I always say if it's from here, then it'll always be on the right track, you know. Honestly, I like it when you get fired up, Dolly. I think it's because of you don't do it very often. Yeah, well, with the whole chat I had the other day about me being me, it's that spiritual thing, and I thought I shouldn't be fired up to be spiritual, and I thought, F that. Me being me is being me. We all have different aspects of ourselves. I have a fiery side. You are elements, earth, air, fire and water and spirit, ether, whatever you want to call it. So I'm in my fire right now. You could say maybe when you're in the water you could be calmer, sometimes you're not. But I'm in my fire right now, and I'm allowed to express that. It's not out of anger, it's just out of, whoa, I saw this today, I feel like I need to speak. So, you know, it's learning to me to work with your emotions and not get too into the destructive side of your elements of you. That's why you're a star. Earth, air, fire and water. And you could say the top point, earth, air, fire and water and spirit. You know, the pentagram, sorry. Earth, air, fire and water and spirit. And then they say the circle around is the ether. And we'll put you put your arm and legs out like the, why do I never get, is it the Fibonacci body? I never get the thing right. You're a 5-pointed star. You hold all these elements within you. You're allowed to express. It's just how do you express while you're here. You can be a fire and you can be cleansing and you can help cleanse yourself. You can be fire and you can be very destructive. But all the elements can. You can be water and be very calm, but water can wash things away. You could be wind, but you could just be a slight whisper, or you could be the biggest storm coming, which I do think is coming. And then you can be earth. All these can be destructive if they want to be. You can be destructive if you want to be. But you have to learn to master these. Yeah. And fire, we feel like we're the phoenix rising. So, yeah. As above, so below, as within, so without, and the water's above. You know, and I'm a mutable sign as well, so I can change and flow and go with whatever comes. Yeah, be like both water, Bruce Lee. Exactly so. Yeah, I just needed to get that out, because this censoring shit is, if you can't express yourself, no matter what your truth is, and you hold it within, we all know we get disease and people get depressed when they can't express. So like I said, the whole thing that I've just talked about from the beginning is not getting at them people. I really like them people. It's just saying, please have faith, people. It's not fake hopium, because I know where I came through that, and I know what it did for me personally and what it's still doing for me personally. And I'm so grateful it woke me up to certain truths that I'm not doing things that maybe I could have done if I didn't know. I'm not sure, because I'm not there where some people are. And the calmness it's brought in my life. I'm being a bit fiery today. I'm allowed to be fiery. But yeah, I could get quite emotional about it. I could get quite emotional about it now. So it's not a bad thing at all. I just wish people had had more faith, and it's more faith in humanity, and it's more faith in there were good people out there that put a plan together, a godly, goodly plan. Mr. T is a man of God, if you didn't know. Yeah, it's about balance. Everything's about balance. So the scales are being balanced because they were so unbalanced. And this couldn't go on for time and time and time. Something had to, like I said, we've expanded like an elastic band. Now it's coming back in. And it doesn't matter what your truth is if you don't believe in number 17 or whatever. That's fine. But one thing I will say is God works through people. Energy works through people. That's what God is. It's an energy. It's a universal energy. It works through you. We've talked. You've heard me go on about chakras and things before the Reiki. The energy of God light works through you if you're open. If you're ridding yourself of these pains and these traumas and things in the past that you need to let go of, you start listening, meditating of however you do that. We're all different, do it different ways. God, light source will come through you. It'll work through you. It'll push you to do, if you're ready, service for others. So you'll go off doing something. Even Mr. T, no matter what people say about him, maybe it was this, maybe it was that. Maybe he got a message and he decided to change. You can change anytime you want to because it's all choice and free will. You want to stay asleep? That's your choice. But I do believe it is not a fake hopium, as people like to say. It's totally different. This is the one thing that baffles my brains with people, but then again, it doesn't. This has never happened. Of the world doing what's happening now. And people talking out like they're talking out and they're censoring. So don't tell me nothing's going on. Oh, it's the same as it was before. It's not the same. As Paul Boy said the other day, it is not the same. Oh, it's the same side getting in. They just want you to think that. Well, they would say that. Because they want you to think that. It's the other side trying to trick you thinking that it's good. It's not the same. And the energies that are coming in, if you're feeling it, and certain things that are coming in are beautiful. There's a few things that are still about. Like I said, that really weird thing that happened the other night when I've got marks actually on my body as if I was attacked in my sleep. Because I think things can leave marks. You can't, like, I was going to say physically attack you, but I just mean they will try and push certain things because, especially if you're showing your light, they're like moths to a flame, but eventually the moths will get burnt. And the wings are like dust anyway, do you know what I mean? So you've got to stand in your light. And the thing is, when I use certain words now, when now and again I get these energies, very now and again I think, ooh, what was that? And it makes me a little bit fearful. If certain words I use, saying out loud or in my head, it goes away. And I definitely know something's going on. But the good, more of the good. And like I said, I don't believe it's going to be done in a split second. It's for us to work on as well. If it is, fantastic. We did get told, you know, the last one will be magical. But this is just the beginning. Mr. T said that, you know, at the beginning of the year. People still fell off because they seen him not get in. He wasn't meant to get in that way. That was the easy way. Water sign, me. Yeah, I'm a water sign. So like I said, I just needed to get this out. You know, I'm not really bothered what people think. I just needed to get it out. But what I'm going to do is at some point today on another break, I'm going to do a tarot reading, oracle reading for the energies. I'm just going to ask a few questions and see what comes out. I'm going to do it pre-recorded because I don't want other people's energies in or other people saying this means this when I'm getting the message through of what it actually is. And then people can just sit back and relax. And then maybe next week, because I'm still trying to get a lot of things done for this thing that I'm supposed to be doing, which I don't know if it's this weekend or next weekend, but I need to get my planning done. I'm trying to make, luckily I had this box from the works and I've just got to put some cushioning behind it. And I've got these little bits of material and I'm going to put my rings on there because I'm going to be trying to sell some other stuff and I've been making little rings and stuff. So I've got to do that. I'm getting quite nervous about it, but I've got to go and face one of my fears with that. So I've got all this stuff going on. I brought a book the other day to put all my thoughts and ideas in for the lovely stuff that I like creating, because creating is from source. News reports, old zombies. Yeah, so I would say, because they've took my super chat away, if anyone ever wants to donate, a coffee donation or anything like that, or anything else, the best way to do it is, yes, you can through PayPal, or I'd just say, I'll plug myself, get over on my Instagram and purchase something if you see anything you like. I'm just trying to get that other page with more things on it because I've been flitting around with different pages. But you can purchase something and support me that way. Then you get something as well. But yeah, because there's lots of other things I've got to make up. But life's a funny old game, isn't it? If you sit about it, if you think about it, you'll just sit there and start laughing. But one of your biggest things I will say is to keep your frequency high no matter what. You know, no matter what. Because I saw that happen to me the other day when I was depleted because I was tired. That's where I know, come on, Janine, you need to start getting to bed early. Don't look at stuff you already know about. Effie's put my PayPal in chat, in super chat right now. So you can do that, just a coffee donation. Anyone who's given a donation lately, thank you very much, because I know there was two people who did, and for some stupid reason on my phone, I don't know what it is, I'm going to have to ask my fella, it wouldn't let me email the people. It didn't have my email thing on there, and I was like, normally you press email and it'll come up, and it'll come up with your email thing and you can go and I thought, that's really weird. Or is it? So I'm just saying, there's all that as well, but like I said, I'm going to come with the message after and we'll see what comes up in the cards. I'm just going to intuitively pick some decks and see what happens because that's what I'm feeling. And this is why a lot of us, when we randomly come on YouTube and we come on a lot, it's not because we're all like, we come on a lot because when you feel like in flow and you need to say something, you just come on and say it. So yeah. And Rainbow Wizard has put my one of my Instagram pages up. That's my Reiki one, which I've not been on for a couple of days actually because I'm so entrenched in trying to get this done first. But my other page is also called my creative page, where I've decided to split. I was going to put everything on there, but I've decided to split it up, see if it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But any of my jewellery and anything like that, I'm putting on hippie trinkets and things. That's where you'll find me as well. So yes, I'll have to go in after and put it under the description because I'm absolutely rubbish at doing that. But yeah, these are coming out. I'm not showing you my hair yet. There's loads of little curly bits going on. Oh, it's a nightmare to take out. But patience is a virtue. I feel the change coming. Not only within myself, again. So, like I said, have a great day. I will put that up somewhere in a bit. If you're interested in a donation, check through the live chat. And I'll just say thank you now because I don't know what's going on with that on my phone. But and I will see you soon. So I just wanted to bring that out because that's just what I was thinking about. I just wish people would stop, like, you're either on it or you're not. Do you know what I mean? To me, there's no if not, but you don't get on something and then fall off it, or get on something because something looks like it was a good thing at the time. If you truly believe in it, even if it's in the background, it's there because you know, but you've got to move on and still carry on with your life. It doesn't overtake, that's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't overtake, you know, you have to take a step back because there's certain things, I'm sorry, that we actually can't do. Like I said before, that something else needed to do, say like the Marines in the military, whatever, that had to open certain gates, let's say, for the people to flow in. You know, like floodgates, they've had to open the gates because, just say they have the key, I don't know. But for them floodgates to open, they've had to literally, physically get them open for people to use the tools to see what's going on, and then floodgates, because we know that's coming, floodgates of information. Just say that, put it out there. Check out Dolly's creations, guys. She makes amazing artwork and all full of her good energy. You're buying more than just a piece. Oh, thank you, 007. Yeah, and a lot of my, if it's oils or crystal jewellery or anything like that, I put Reiki on it as well. So especially my oils. Not everything, but yeah. But then again, it's got a good ass energy on it because I love doing it. So You put your energy on the things that you focus on, so it holds energy. So yeah, so thank you. Yeah, have a wonderful day too. Have a wonderful day, 007. Nice to see you in here, Effie. Everybody who's come in, shout out to everybody, and I will see you. I won't see you later. It's going to be pre-recorded. No, I don't. I've not looked into that. I have an organite thing somewhere. Necklace. Trying to look for it now. Oh yeah, it's over here. I don't know if it's like a dead messy thing or something. I make enough mess in here, crafting. I mean, look at all this I've got going on at the minute. This has got organite in it. Sorry about the nails, but the nail varnish never stays on when I'm crafting. Got to redo them. I didn't make this though. I didn't make this. I bought that, so yeah. Yeah. I don't know if it's a bit too time consuming for me because I've got all this stuff. But yeah, so I've got my jingle jangles on today as well. I may try and do I know I've said this, but I may try and do a few men's bracelets. I've got these sort of things. The wood bracelets. So we'll see. But anyway, thanks for coming in, and I will see you very soon. Bye.